Hi guys and welcome to Finish It Friday episode 142. So let me go ahead and put that up there for right now. Here's where we left on Wednesday. So we have our base card. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have two pieces, in this case basic white cardstock, that are 1 3/8 by 2 5/8. I have a strip that is 7/8 of an inch by 3 1/4, and then I have a piece here that is 3 3/4 by 2 1/8. All right, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to take these two and I'm going to just lightly scribble on these. Oh, let me make sure I have enough water in my, yeah, I do. All right. Just want to make sure I had enough water in my spritzer. All right, so I'm going to kind of do a little bit of a scribble, not wiggle. I was saying scribble and wiggle together. All right, so let's go like this. Remember, on your blocks, you are using your Stampin' Right markers. These are water-based. You are not using your blends. You do not use your blends on your blocks. All right, let me spritz the paper just a little bit quickly, and then let's scribble that. Oh, I hope I didn't get any of my main cardstock. We'll see. Put these two together. Let's come straight down. All right, you want to hold it there for just a second. Let me get, oh, I have adhesive on there from earlier. You want to hold down just a little bit with this, just to make sure. Now we're going to bring it up. Now I didn't get that one end, so I'm going to go ahead, make sure this is dry. I didn't get that end there either. You see that? So I'm kind of going to go like this. I'm just going to do lightly. I'm just going to take my Highland Heather marker, because it's the lighter one. Let me go ahead and spritz that. And then I put it right here so that we get that color on in the middle there where it was a little bit lighter. I didn't really get that much. All right, this time I'm not going to spritz my paper at all. I'm going to go to the Gorgeous Grape. It's a little bit over here because this is really saturated paper now, cardstock. I'm really going to water this down because I want that Gorgeous Grape to be really diluted. Let me do that there because that's where it isn't. All right, holding it. Now let's bring it up. Oh, that's really wet. It's really wet. Oh, see, I just ripped it a little bit there. Not a bad thing. All right. So I think I'm going to pause this for a second so I can air. I can use my heat gun. You don't have to listen to that. Let me put my markers back over here. Yeah. So probably should have used the watercolor paper, but because it can hold a lot of water, the basic white cannot. But let me go ahead and pause it. I'm going to dry this off with my heat gun. Hang on for 1 second. Alright guys, we're back. We're just finishing up with this. When your paper starts to curl on both sides, then you know that you probably got it really dry. Alright, so let me put this over here, cool down. Let me unplug it. Excuse me. Alright, so it's a little bit warped now, but that's okay because we're going to go ahead and put it down with, now that I've broken down the fibers so much, I'm going to use my tear and tape. I'm not going to use my Stamp and Seal. Alright, so we're going to use Gallery Blooms. This is the stamp set that I will be featuring this weekend on my Introducing and Examples With series. Yes, I record 4 times a week. Alright, let's go ahead and use this one. Let me grab my Gorgeous Grape. I normally would do Highland Heather to match this, but I think I'm going to do Gorgeous Grape just because there's so much saturation on here. I kind of want to just make sure that it shows up. So let's go ahead and do Gorgeous Grape. That is a beautiful stamp. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's so gorgeous. Well, that's the name, Gorgeous Grape. And I'm not really pushing hard. I'm just making sure that makes contact with it. Sorry, that was very loud. Okay, so now, like I said, yeah. Ooh, that's still warm. Yes, you can heat up emboss things on your glass mat. It's not going to ruin it. Think about like your Pyrex and stuff like that. I don't know if this is the same. I'm not making any claims. I don't know what kind of glass this is, but you know, most glass things can withstand heat in a limited amount of time. Like I said, I am just using the tear and tape because I have so much water on there. I'm afraid that if I use my Seal Plus, that it's going to pull away. So let me go ahead and put it back in the drawer there. Burnish that. Then let's go ahead and peel it. When you burnish the back of that tear and tape, it makes it easier for you to peel off. Oh, I haven't even put that down yet. So let's go ahead. Let me figure out where I want that to be, kind of. Let me get it kind of in my centering thing up here. All right, that looks pretty good. I want to make sure I'm kind of straight with the top there. Oh, I already did that, didn't I? Well, it's nice and burnished now. The piece of paper you see here, this is Highland Heather. It is the 6x6 Designer Series paper. It comes in all the colors, as well as, you know what, I'm going to do this just so I get it straight across. All the colors as well as the in colors. Just trying to see that I'm kind of at the top there. So I'm kind of, that might be a little bit low, but it's all right. I'm going to do this up just a little bit higher now, just so we have that interest. Yeah, that is very crooked. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it off. You start it off and then you go diagonal, kind of pull in a diagonal. I'm going to go like this. This is probably a little bit better. Go on here. It looks like it's about 1 square in. So let's go 1 square in that way. All right. I'm not going to put anything on this because I think it's pretty just as is. Ooh, that's pretty too. Then I would have to stamp on that. All right. I'm not going to do that. I don't know what my problem is with my seal, but I kind of ruined it, and now it's kind of, the film is not winding up. Off screen, I'll go ahead and rewind it a little bit more, but for now, we'll just go like that. Make sure that stem is going down the right way. There you are. All of the examples I did use the Simply Said. So let's celebrate. Let me grab another one of those blocks. Lay this down so it's straight on its own. On this, I think I'm going to use the Memento Tuxedo Black, just so there's a little contrast. I'm going to center that. And since that's so stark white against that, I think I'm going to take my Highland Heather stamp pad, excuse me, and just lightly I'm not really pushing down in. Now on one of my examples you'll see that I kind of push it down a little bit, but I just want a little bit of a doling of that line. See, so it just kind of comes up in a little bit. Let me see if I can get this. I don't know what the deal is, why it's not. I don't know if my wheel sprocket is off or what. It is interlocking there, see? So I don't know, maybe my case has gotten loose. So that's what happens. Now, it might go great for a while, and it might just start it again. Because sometimes when it starts, it just is going to keep continuing like that until you run out to the end. All right, let's see. Let's center that just a little bit. And let me get, oh, these are still on the online exclusives. So let me see. Sorry if you saw. So sure, I used, this is the purple fine shimmer. What happens here is if it's green, it's in the annual catalog. If it's blue, it's online exclusive, because my catalogs, whatever year they come out, I'll put a different color on there, but the online exclusives are always blue. So I think oh gosh, I love these so much. I'm thinking there's just too much green in there. There's no green in my card composition. So let's just go for this darker one here. Put one there. Let's put one right here in the corner that's standing up that I don't really like. And let's put one right there in that corner. All right, there's our card from today. All right, let me show you the other ones I made. And I just realized I didn't use any embellishments on these. So maybe we'll add. So here I used that designer series paper, and here, since there is the green and the purple, I think we can add these embellishments. Do a bigger one up here, and do a smaller one right there. No, I don't like it there. Put it over here. All right, so this was using the designer series paper. I believe that is the Thoughtful Journey. Yes, it's not the autumn. Again, using that Gallery Blooms, which I'm going to be doing this weekend in my series. And here you can see I did that deep edge into the stamp pad. All right, so there's that one. Last one, where did I set down? Oh, here it is. So here we have this. This is using the dies that come with that stamp set. So tune in tomorrow to see that introduction video. And then on Sunday, we will go ahead and finish it up. So now this, I don't know. Let's see. Let's use faceted gems on this. I think that's going to look okay. So let's put one there. And let's do the clear on either side. Faceted gems is from the annual catalog. You can see with that green label. All right, so then there's that. They're a little big, but I think it works okay. This is stamped in your craft white and letting it dry overnight. All right, guys. There's our 3 cards from, yeah, guess I never burnished that. There we go. There's the 3 cards from episode 142. Send me a comment. Let me know what you think about it. I am going to put it on the Facebook group so you can see them there. Go ahead and upload your example if you want to. I think my camera's a little crooked anyway, so there you are. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Share on your social media. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm still striving for 500, so I'm striving for 5. I'm like less than, I think, 60 to get there. So tell your friends and have them subscribe too. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Have a great day. Be safe. Bye for now.